You want to know how Hunter won? He rigged the election, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you Americans just love rigging elections, don't you?
I smell some foreign interference from Team Asobi here.
My drink is starting to taste like sour grapes listening to the both of you.
Oh, shoot it. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the HGO podcast. One of your hosts today, Ethan, and joining me, as always, are my good friends Kyle.
Hello.
And Hunter. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just swell.
It is 2025, and I'm thriving. I'm feeling great, you know? I'm feeling that January joy. Is that what they call it? I don't know. Let's make it up as we go along. January blues? No siree. I'm feeling great. It feels like... I can't believe we're going through another year again, you know what I mean? Like, it's just got to the point now where I'm like, I don't feel like 2024 was barely here. Like, I'm just sitting there like, what the flip happened that year, dude? Like, genuinely, what happened? Like, where'd it go? Where'd it go?
My perception of time has been ruined since the pandemic.
Honestly, same.
Well, we all lost 2 years, so we're all 2 years younger. That is just a statistical, like, fact, right?
Yeah.
It's like my brain is still in... Let's be real here. That's suggesting that I'm 25 in my brain. I don't even think I've crossed that threshold still in my mind, because to childhood, Ethan, that's like life sorted, you know? Like, that is you're old, you're basically rotting, you've done your time, and I'm like, bro, I'm as useless as I was a decade ago. But it's all good. Not this week though. This week, it's time to knock Hunter out of his fucking throne, dude. That's what it's time to do. It's time to finally be a winner again.
It's
Get
time
your
for
crown off.
regicide,
No,
Ethan.
You're welcome to try.
No. Gosh darn it. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's our Fantasy
I've
Critic
played
special.
Metaphor. I know how to kill a king.
First
So do
episode
I.
of the year, ladies and gentlemen, is always our Fantasy Critic special. You know the drill. We're gonna recap our last year. Spoiler alert: Hunter won again. But we're gonna go down. We're gonna do a breakdown of everybody's play-by-play for the year, and then we're gonna do our brand new picks for 2025. Which I've got a feeling that this year is going to be crazy. I have a strong feeling that GTA 5 is going to cause us to have a really strong summer because everyone's scared of it, and then GTA 6 rather, is going to be pushed out of fall, and then everybody else tries to scuttle back into fall as well.
And then it's going to be the
time.
October cacophony. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a crazy time, so we're going to talk all about it, I guess. But hey, if you're new here, welcome to the HGO podcast. We're here every Monday at 5 p.m. UK time, 12 p.m. Eastern on podcast services everywhere, and slightly later on youtube.com/hotgamersonly. Bit of housekeeping. Happy New Year, everybody. We are back. If you missed it last week, we did the HGAs, so we did our whole award show. So if you want to know what we thought about everything that came out last year, go check it out. It happened last week. And if not, if you hate listening to podcasts, one, what are you doing here? I think you're at the wrong place. But you could also
Two, how did you end up on this one if you hate podcasts?
Oh, the people yearn for the Fantasy Critic draft, dude. Every year, everyone yearns for this one. They're like, yeah, we love the rivalry, and then we'll stay away for the rest of the year and then come back for the ending. You know, like that's what they love. But yeah, you can go check the website. It was up. You can go check the website as well, hotgamesonly.com. We did some write-ups of all of our favorite games of the year and all that jazz. Catch up on the reviews as we get ever closer to more video games coming out at the start of February, because the February trickle, it starts trickling in February, March, is getting impacted, as we shall see.
The floodgates burst open.
Yeah, and that's before we even have a little whiff of Nintendo. Who knows? Was it bad to mention their name in vain? Has something been predicted before? Like, has something been announced before this goes live? Who knows? I don't know. We're still in the pre-records, but you know, it's all fun and games.
We're not recording this one the day of?
No, we're not. In fact, this might be to date the earliest we're recording something to go out in advance. Usually we do these all in order, and we're doing it all out of order, so who knows? But all the announcements for 2024 are over, so we know what the starting lineup is. We're good. We're ready to get the ball moving, and we're going to do that right now. Well, not right away, actually. I'm a big liar. We're going to talk about Hunter's victory first, as we must.
And our grand battle for second place.
Oh, totally, dude. Absolutely.
Which truly might be more interesting.
Oh, it is. It's certainly more interesting because, who cares about
Yeah.
little goo goo gaga Hunter, dude? You know
Yeah,
what
you
I
wanna know how
mean?
Hunter won? He picked Astrobot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
There
wanna
don't
we
know.
go.
know, you
There
wanna
we go,
know,
that's how he won.
you wanna know how Hunter won? He rigged the election, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you Americans just love rigging elections, don't you? You just can't
Yeah, dude.
take
I
a
I smell
real
some
victory.
foreign interference from Team Asobi here.
Man,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
drink is starting to taste like sour grapes listening to the both of you.
Oh, shut it. Uh,
Ethan, I think he should lose a draft pick this year.
yeah, I do too,
See
you
if he can
know?
beat us with 19 picks.
Yeah, I think that's a
You can make
valid.
the argument that I did last year.
Yeah, yeah. You know.
I, I made Neon Blood pick just for the vibes.
Mm, yeah,
When you
just
had nothing to lose at that point. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, let's look on over. Let's hop over to the fantasy draft. If you are on the YouTube version, congratulations, you get to see everything. You get to see it that you see get to see everything. If you're on podcast services, what we usually recommend is just this one time. Hop on over to video. See if you like looking at our stupid faces. If not, come back next week and go back to being an audio only listener. But sometimes it helps seeing everything instead of just the cacophony of random numbers and
Mm,
game titles. But they're all here for us to see. Um, but as you can see, Hunter absolutely dominated on
yeah.
213 points, ladies and gentlemen. Is that a high for you, Hunter? I don't know. Is it?
Um, no, I did. My score of the previous
No,
year was
226.
226. Yeah.
Kyle got last year, just to put it into perspective. Hunter got 226. Kyle got 189, and I got 176. So the only one that did better. Oh no, the only person that did better than last year was me. I did better, ladies and
You.
gentlemen. Hey.
Good job.
Not by much, but it was small victories, ladies and gentlemen. Small victories. Hunter, how are you feeling about last year? How are you feeling about your fantasy draft?
Oh, it did its job. There are some things that took me by surprise, just as far as like uh Plucky Squire. When I made that pick, I was expecting that to be higher than it turned out to be.
Yeah,
For example,
I think
um,
there's a couple here where I'm like, I didn't, that not to suggest, that he didn't do good enough, but I'm looking at some of these picks here and I'm like, Black Myth Wukong I expected to do higher than an 82. Plucky Squire I just think was going to be higher than an 82. Nova's Crab's Treasure I thought would be higher than a 78.
I feel like
Um,
another Treasure should have crossed the 80 threshold at least.
yeah, it's weird, right?
Yeah,
Um,
there are a couple of these where I'm like, ah, they deserve a bit more. But I feel like whatever misplays I might have made in the initial draft, I made up for with some of my picks later.
yeah, I think what's interesting is, we always have this discussion. There's always this big, you know, 10 picks that you have to make at the start of the year, your big kind of gambit for the start of the year. And looking back on that, I'm like, you did make some very interesting picks of stuff going first, like Princess Peach Showtime and stuff like that, where it's like, you know,
Eh,
not the greatest. Star Wars Outlaws, can I just say, I count my
What
blessings
is
on
this
that one.
game?
That was a gamble, and thankfully Ubisoft delivered with their mediocrity. Thank you, Ubisoft. I
yeah,
appreciate you.
I guess I guess it was hedging my bets where I was like, well, certainly one of these Ubisoft games has to be good.
Yeah.
There was one point in the year where I was going to pick my second counter pick, and I was gonna put Star Wars Outlaws, and I didn't realize Ethan had already picked it.
The week before,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I
Yeah.
was like, it was between what was the other game that I was looking at? I can't remember what the other one was. I was looking at another game. Um Well, I don't remember. I think was it Dragon Ball? It might have been Dragon Ball. So I dodged that bullet and then Hunter took that bullet on later, I think was what happened. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
Well,
another thing I
I think you
wasn't expect.
missed it in the initial draft as your counter pick.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, your counter picks were pretty. That Dragon Ball really did hurt you. You were
I
going
would have
places.
passed my score from
Yeah.
last year if not for Dragon Ball Z there, but
Fucker fought Goku and lost.
I don't know. I'm still wearing the crown here, so
Barely.
Yeah.
Not for long.
Yeah, but you didn't beat
barely.
yourself, so
Yeah, the
Did
only
you
thing
really
that can
win?
stop me is me. I already knew that.
But overall, Hunter, I'm like, yeah,
Goku would be proud of you.
it was a pretty solid list. Astrobot really did lift you up to new
Yeah.
heights, really.
Astrobot was the sway this
And you
year.
also had Rebirth as well. You basically had the two highest scoring games that we could have put on that we if we didn't have our magic our magic bauble to predict that Balatro would be such a massive fucking hit. Like none of us
Yeah, yeah.
predicted that one.
I had a couple of other decent picks, like Lorelei and the Laser Eyes was one that
Yeah,
came out of
really
nowhere, but
solid.
I caught
Yeah.
wind of it and I'm like, oh, this one's gonna be good. I feel like, and as it turns out, 87.
Not bad
Um,
at all.
yeah,
You also
You
got
had faith in
Helldivers on there.
Helldivers when me and Kyle were still non-believers, so that's fair.
You see, my thing was I knew it was going to please the people that liked it. I just didn't think that its commercial audience was going to explode.
Yeah.
100%. And even though you did have a bad counter pick, you also had a decent counter pick with the casting of Frank Stone from Kyle. So you balanced it a little bit.
Yeah.
Not the worst counter pick
Minus
of all
12
time.
and plus 2.
Not the worst counter pick of all time. That still goes to me counter picking Hogwarts Legacy. But just a little reminder, ladies and gentlemen, I did that from my high horse as a good act. You know what I mean? I did that on purpose. I knew that would score high. Hunter's an idiot and fought Goku and lost. You know what I mean, guys? Like,
Much like you picking Flight Simulator, it was a
oh yeah.
It was a
calculated move
calculated risk.
where I
Mhm.
thought that it would max at like 77.
Yeah, true.
And
Um,
oops, it's the highest reviewed Dragon Ball game ever.
I think Fighters is still higher.
Did Fighters pass it? I thought it didn't hit that high.
I think Fighters got like an 84.
Regardless, I'm still classing that as the biggest L in counterpick history, just because what a turn, because no one saw that coming. Like, I very much expected the Harry Potter game to do extremely well just because of nerds. So I'm like, yeah, you know what,
Yeah,
fair play.
Oh yeah, you're right, Hunter. Fighters did review well.
But
yeah.
no, let's
It's an Arc
talk.
System game, of course it did.
Let's talk about my team then, I guess, next. I came second, barely by Fred by 2
By
points.
the hair of your chinny chin
And
chin.
let's be
By
real,
by Indiana Jones's beard.
the day hasn't ended technically, so even though we're recording this now and I'm claiming second place, we could have an unruly situation
Stuff could
where
change,
it could,
but
Yeah.
but if
I am willing to concede Indiana Jones's score is not going to go down anymore.
no, that's no.
Ethan takes second.
But man, what a fucking roller coaster of a year I have had, ladies and gentlemen. I think, and I will happily stand by this, that going into it, I for sure probably had the strongest opening act of the first 10 games that I picked were extremely. There was a couple of misses. Another
It's
Code didn't
pretty
score as
good.
high. Penny's Big Breakaway didn't score as high as I would like it to. But Persona 3 Reload, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Dragon's Dogma, Metaphor, all bangers, dude. Like, they all
Yeah.
did exactly what I needed them to do. Can't be disappointed. Hellblade 2 came in a little bit soft for me. I was
Yeah.
expecting that to be an 86 or something like that. So that's a bit of a shame. Flight Sim was the biggest L. But I don't regret it because that is not necessarily, like, I don't necessarily look at that and go, oh, I couldn't
There
have
was
seen
no
in
way to
January. I
know.
couldn't have seen that a game
Mhm.
that its previous entry was so well received at a 92 that the next one I was just like, it's just going to be basically an update. It's not going to change. It's going to get like an 88 probably, and then they had a load of issues with servers. So yeah, take the L on that one. But it has just it started at like a 68 and it's climbing up again because I think people now that they can actually play it are like, yeah, it's a good game. So it's just like trickling its number back a little bit. But oh well, can't complain. Indiana Jones, I threw it. That was a bit of a. That was a bit.
Hail
When I
Mary.
picked that was a bit of a risk because we didn't know if it was actually going to make it this year. When I picked it,
Yeah.
because I picked it really early in the year. Never mind if it was good. Luckily, Machine Games never misses when they given a full development cycle and make a full single player game. Look what they can do. brilliant. Anton Blast, again, what a Hail Mary that was, dude. I've been following that game for ages, and I picked it because I just wanted to support that game. Never mind it being one of the highest rated indie games of the year.
Fantastic.
So perfectly, perfectly happy with that one. Can't complain. Assassin's Creed didn't come out.
Pushed
This is
out,
the first
yeah.
time an Assassin's Creed game has ever been delayed. So it's like that is a thing where I'm like, oh, Hunter predicted that. That's never happened before. Like I was expecting it to at least come out and do like a 70. Like at least give me 0 points, not be pushed out. Um, Frostbite 2, Rising of the Golden Idol, Life is Strange Double Exposure. That was the biggest L of the fantasy draft for me, ladies and gentlemen. I spent so much money on that, forgot to put more on Astrobot because of it, and got 1 fucking point. Like, oh my goodness. That was, I remember at the halfway point when we do like a recap of these halfway through the year, me and Hunter were like, oh, well, Life is Strangers are at least an easy 80. They always all get an 80, right? Like,
Yeah,
easy 10
yeah. And
points.
Oops.
then we saw the reviews for that, and I was like, geez.
Yeah.
71.
I was like, ooh, those reviews are really harsh. I played the first 2 episodes and they're fantastic. And then it turned out that the rest of it wasn't. And that's why it got a 71. Yeah, that's crazy. Dragon Age, also, these last three, Dragon Age, way lower than I expected Dragon Age to be. Obviously, that was a controversial game in of itself. Whether those reasons are valid or not, I'll let you decide. Because I think some of the criticism is valid. I don't want to
Yeah.
dissuade from some criticism because there was some genuine valid criticism
No,
there.
there are
It's just a
things
lot of it
about
was
it that,
nonsense.
The good faith criticism, yeah.
Yeah.
there just wasn't,
Not the tourist criticism.
And
you
Lego
know.
Horizon Adventures, dude, what the fuck happened there? Like,
Ah,
it's a Lego game.
thanks
I
for
expect,
taking that bullet, Ethan.
yeah, I
Appreciate
at
it.
least thought it'd be getting like a 77, dude. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
And
it
then I
didn't
had,
even get the usual Lego threshold.
yeah, and then my counter pick was pretty solid, not too big of a loss this time round.
Yeah.
I hedged my bets on exactly what I thought it would be, a Nintendo 77 and a mediocre Ubisoft game, and I worked out. So can't complain there. And then Kyle, by 2 points, is in
Ew.
last by
Ah,
literally skin of his teeth.
yeah. Unfortunate. But, again, like, always feel like the initial draft is difficult for me because, like, I feel like I always pick stuff that I think looks super cool but never ends up scoring too well. Like, Tales of Kenzera and Rise of the Ronin, I thought both of those were going to do a lot better than they ended up
I mean, I
doing.
did too, if I'm honest with you.
But
That's not something where I'm sitting there going, "Oh, bad picks from Kyle." I was expecting those to also probably be in the
yeah.
80s somewhere.
Yeah, I was
Um,
expecting. Like when you picked Rise of the Ronin last year, I was like, oh shoot, I forgot about that one.
Mm,
And then as I played that, and I'd say its review was, if score there is fair, but I was indeed expecting it to be a little better.
yeah.
yeah. But then, like, I still had some heavy hitters, Thousand Year Door remake, Tekken 8 scoring a 90, Unicorn Overlord. Still had the good stuff in the initial draft. I think if I could go back and change anything, I would definitely I definitely should have drafted Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, but
Mhm.
I kind of got, because that ended up scoring like an 81, but I ended up talking myself out of that just because that game had ended up being stuck in dev hell since like 2016, when back when Platinum Games was working on it.
Oof.
So,
Mhm.
a game stuck in dev hell, you don't want to place your bets on that doing well. That game
Yeah.
could have been a 60 or an 80. Like,
Yeah, it could.
fortunately, it was really freaking good.
I think the funny thing
But
is it's really interesting because we talk about dev hell a lot, and it's like nowadays, like that 6, 7 year development cycles on get
That's
starting to
just
be the
what it
norm
is.
now, where it's like,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, remember when Persona 5 was in dev hell and now it's been a longer gap between 5 and 6 than it was 4 and 5, and that isn't in dev hell, that's just taking that long to make. It's like, it's crazy the world that we live in now, where it's like games that used to be considered in development hell are now just, that's what happens, it takes this
mm,
long to make The Witcher 4 or
yeah.
whatever have you. It's like, it's kind of crazy.
But
Um,
like for a B tier game, like
Oh, 100%. That is dev
like
hell.
Grand
That is
Blue
dev
or
hell,
like
yeah.
Visions of Mana, like
Mm.
an 8-year dev cycle on those smaller budget games shouldn't exist.
Yeah, 100%.
But um then going down to like the post draft stuff, Shantae Advanced, that was kind of just like a knee jerk pick because I saw you guys were picking stuff up.
Hmm.
So I'm like, oh shit, I need to do something.
Yeah.
So
I
that
think it getting
unfortunately.
delayed saved you taking a hit, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Yeah,
I don't think it would have scored that badly. I think it would have been like a 7, probably.
70
I feel
something.
I think like a straight up 7. I think people will be like, it's an old Game Boy game that wasn't released, but it would still would have been good if it had released at that time. I think it'll get the sympathy vote where it's like it is fine for what
Mhm.
it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I guess it is also Shantae, and I'm kind of going off of knee jerk.
Hmm.
Most things that aren't Shantae that Way Forward makes, like Yars Rising or anything else, for example, usually gets like 65.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Except for River City Girls, that gets like mid 70s.
And then beyond that, SteamWorld Heist 2.
I thought that was gonna do a little better,
Yeah, same.
honestly.
If I'm
I'm
honest
gonna
with you.
be real, I don't know what this game is.
Like you took it, and I was like, oh,
Good
I kind of
pick.
want
Good
that.
pick.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing, Hunter. I took it because on the front page of the website they tell you like what popular picks are in other leagues.
Oh, so
So
true.
I looked into this and I'm like, oh hey,
Might be
you know,
using that
people like the
later.
first game. I don't know what the first game is, but you
SteamWorld
know,
Dig,
I'll
SteamWorld
pick this up.
Heist, SteamWorld, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
You
them.
were
They were all 3DS
Ethan, you were
games.
trying to explain it to me, and I'm like, brother, I don't know what you're talking
All you need to
about.
know is they were all 3DS games and they all did rather well critically. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was weird for this one to come in a little bit under.
yeah. Then
That's the
like
risk you
the tail.
that's the risk you have with indie games. Is I feel like indie games either you either get like a score like Anton Blast where it gets extremely high reviews, or it goes the other way and like people are harsh with
th-
indies where if
Four
it is
people
just
review it.
good, yeah, if it is just good, it'll be like people tend to just drop it for the sake of it, you know? I feel like a AAA 80 is like an indie 70 at ways, you know what I mean? Where it's just like they
Yeah.
drop that
Oh
bar
yeah,
a little
don't you
bit.
know? At least the Indy 70 has personality.
Mm.
Yeah, then at the end of the draft, Kunitsugami, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of
Yeah.
Wekos, Dragon Age or Dragon Quest 3, and Romancing Saga 2
That
ended
did
up
better
doing
than
a
I
lot
thought.
better than I
Yeah,
It
I
thought it
was
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 gonna
gonna.
going
say.
to.
I thought that was gonna be like a 74.
Yeah,
Brothership also
like
came in under. Like that was
like
weird.
I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
Brothership and Romancing Saga were gonna have
Flip
flipped
them, yeah.
scores,
Flip them over,
but
yeah.
and then I only ended up losing 4 points on counterpicks. I counterpicked another Code Recollection and Avowed when Avowed didn't come out this year. So
Yeah, which are
Kyle wins the
again
counter picks this
solid
year.
picks, solid picks. By the way, I sit here and I'm like, my god, another code game a 74 when it's like Princess Peach Showtime got a 75. I'm just literally sitting there like, bro, what the fuck is this? It's like
This is
that's
charming
like the
remake of a
first.
that's
DS game,
splitting
dude.
hairs at that
Yeah,
point.
This is like the first year when that Pokemon Snap game got the same score as Scarlet Nexus. We
yeah,
were
you're
like,
right.
what do you mean?
One of these is not like the other. Yeah,
And I
my
think that's
god.
when we coined the Nintendo 10 points phrase,
Yeah, yeah, totally.
at least on this show,
Yeah,
which
it's like
Brothership didn't even have the
no,
decency to
no,
get.
it got the other coin term, the Nintendo 77, you know, if it's mid 77, like that's the Mario spin-off 77, mid Nintendo
Yep.
game 77, you know, like yeah. But now, I like I say, I think for the most part you
I
did
think we all did
great.
good this year,
Yeah,
this last year.
yeah,
I'm
could have
proud
been
of
better.
us as
Could
a
have been better.
collective.
I'm looking at
Yeah.
it, I'm like, could have been better. I had a roller coaster of a year, you know. Maybe if I'd actually saved some money in the end, I could have dropped Avowed and Assassin's Creed Shadows and got a couple of picks and maybe have started actually getting close to Hunter near the end. But you know, what can you do? What can you do?
It's
And
the
none
kind
of
of
our
thing where like you
yeah.
get closer to the end of the year and it's like, okay, what's even left to come out at this point?
At
What
a
And
would
there
even
certain
be
was.
point,
worth
There was
it?
stuff, dude. I could have been
yeah,
desperate.
there was stuff.
I could have been desperate and drafted Call of Duty and then ended up getting 12 points because for some reason that scored 82. Like okay.
Yeah.
Who knows, dude?
But yeah, not a bad year, ladies and gentlemen. Not a bad year. But who gives a shit about 2024? It's dead. It's dead and buried, dude.
That's
Astro
in the
sweep.
past.
That's all that matters.
It's true. Astro sweep indeed.
We're gonna make a new league, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we do here. We make new leagues. Which I don't remember how we do it. There we go. Start new year. This is the part of the show, ladies and gentlemen, where we go through the Fantasy Critic website to figure it out. Shout outs to Fantasy Critic, still doing it, still running strong.
They're great, dude.
Yeah, we love Fantasy Critic.
This is like every year. This is always one of my favorite episodes to do in the
It is, yeah.
season.
It's one of my
It's
favorite
so
things that
much
we do.
fun.
Yeah.
100%. Anyway, we're starting a new year, ladies and gentlemen. 2025. Oh God, the options. Oh goodness
Oh
gracious.
Jesus.
How many people will be in the league? 3. Standard total number of games. Everything is staying the exact same as it was last year, basically. Counterpicks we have to pick now. 1. Counterpicks you'll have to pick later. 1. We're still keeping that. Bidding is still secret. Is everyone fine with secret bidding still? Is everyone
Yes.
fine
Yeah.
with that? Yep, cool. Trade system, no trades. Is everyone still
No
fine
trades.
No
with no
trades.
trades? Okay. Game dropping settings. If it does not release, you can drop it. We are keeping that from the originals.
Yeah.
If it will release, you cannot. You can only drop 1. That is still staying as it was in the past couple of years. You can drop, and 1 will release game at any time. That if it was a part of your original lot. You can't drop any unreleased games unless it has. Reminder that if it hits December and the game is still not out, you can drop it. And that will not count as your 1 drop. Just a reminder for that one. So, if you're like me and you're still stuck with Hollow Knight in December, you can drop Hollow Knight if you want to pick up whatever
The good
next
old
year's
Silk Songs cement shoes.
Yeah. We're keeping
point.
all of the tags the exact same. Early access games are not allowed. Why? Because it's not fair. It just
It's cheap. Yeah.
you know
It's just another thing to
when
pay
Hades
attention
2
to.
when Hades 2 comes out, we know it's going to score like a 91 because people have been playing it and are already loving it. So it's not fair to then allow somebody to try and swoop that in because there's no stakes. There's no stakes on that
Yeah.
bet. It's already a
Yeah.
No
well-known.
surprise.
Yeah, this is already a well-known. And we are keeping from last year our unannounced game special slot.
Yeah.
Because of course we are. That is a game, obviously, that has not been announced at all. So, perfect. Confirm settings. Okay. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're basically
There it
done.
is.
You can create your publisher. I'm going to create mine now. I'm going to keep with Ethersoft. I think, was that what I called myself, Ethersoft, last year? That's the one that sounds the most like a name. So I'm just going to stick with it.
Yeah.
Kaiba Corp is back in business.
Create publisher. And then Hunter needs to create his. Because I don't think I can create his for him. So,
I got it.
sick. Let me just do a quick refresh. And there we go. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Hunter.
Okay.
You won the fantasy draft, and obviously,
Sure did.
as reward, you get to pick where you go in the draft. I am, however, suggesting, obviously, I know it's a bit preemptive to go next year. Am I right, fellow kids? I think next year, or if we do come back to this and do it again next year, I think it should actually go to whoever loses gets to pick first, and it goes in reverse next time round. And we come up with another prize.
It's a tycoon rule, where if first place doesn't get first again, they lose.
What? So they
Get
come
third.
third. They bust out.
If they don't get first, they get third.
That's fine.
Huh.
I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. That sounds even better. Cool. Let's make
That's
even more
interesting.
arbitrary rules. That's fine. Let's go with that then. So if Hunter does not get first again, then he gets last pick next year's fantasy draft. That sounds great. That's actually that works out pretty well.
On this man.
And if we were playing
Ethan, watch
Tycoon,
out, he's picking GTA 6.
but
No shot.
But Kyle, here's the thing. Even if we implemented that this year, he did win last year, so he's kept it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So Hunter, where are you going this year on the draft order? Are you going first, second, or third?
It would be hilarious to implement that rule and pick like slot 2, but I'm gonna keep going first.
Okay, Hunter is going first. Obviously,
I assume I'm getting the weenie position.
Yeah, because I had the weenie position last year, so
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I know. So duck it, weenie. You should have got 2 more points.
I tried.
Duck it, weenie. So there we go. Pretty Swell Publishing is going first, then Kyber Cup, then Ethersoft. But don't worry, Cal, you get a special reward. It's called sitting in the middle between two best buds. What a reward that is.
Ah,
You know, a
thank
reward
God.
in of itself. Right, Hunter,
That's
you're
what I've
going
always
first.
wanted.
Am I
The
drafting
middle
four
of the
people,
couch.
or are you doing your
Um,
own draft? I don't mind drafting for other people. I think I can do that. Can I do that? Start drafting?
I think you have to.
yeah, I think you have
Oh, I have
to.
to? Okay, cool. Even better. Cool. I'll
Yeah.
start drafting then.
Like I
Okay,
don't see any buttons.
right. I'm drafting a game for the next player. Okay, Hunter, you get your first pick of the fantasy
All
draft.
right. Well, Capcom has not let me down yet. My first pick is going to be Monster Hunter Wilds.
Interesting. Hang on, let me check my crib sheet. Okay. I just want to say, I have a little crib sheet on my end where I'm checking for stuff. And I did predict that this would be the exact draft order because I'm not stupid. That is obvious to predict after Hunter's you're guessing. This was
Yeah.
not the game that I guessed that he would pick first, though. So already we're off the script. We're off the script. Damn it! No. You sure, Hunter? Are you sure you want Monster Hunter? I've heard it's pretty mid. I've heard it's pretty bad. Are you sure?
I will take my chances.
Fuck. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. Have it then. Good pick. Good pick.
Thank you.
I mean, it's Monster Hunter. Of course, it's gonna do well. Of course, I'm like sitting there. I'm like, yeah. Okay, Kyle.
What if you didn't? I'm gonna go with the Game Awards pick. Give me Elden Ring, Night Rain.
Interesting.
Assuming that's in the
It will
pool.
be. It will be. It's a new game. It's
I don't know
available.
how. No, I don't know of how up to date this is.
Oh no, he's on it. He's on it.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want Elden Ring Night Rain? I mean, like,
You know, you make a good point. Actually,
yeah.
give me Perfect Dark.
Okay, no take you back. No, yeah. No, I mean that's a solid pick. Not gonna complain. Elden Ring is always gonna be a uh, a hotly wanted item. I think what's interesting is how well will that game do? Because I don't get me wrong, it'll be at least an 85, right? But it's like, how will that do? I'm interested to see how that does. That's one of the more interesting ones because when you add multiplayer co-op to the mix, it can go either way, right? I'm interested.
I think it'll do.
It won't be
about as
bad.
good
It's
as
a
Armored
FromSoft game. It'll
Core
get an
did.
84
Yeah.
minimum. It's not going to be bad.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, Hunter. I'm just interested to be like, will it be as loved as the original, or will it be more of a 86, a low for FromSoft standard? Right,
Will
crib
it be
sheet,
worse than DS2?
crib sheet, crib sheet, crib sheet, crib sheet. So I will say this, right? I was like, Hunter goes first. He picks insert game here that I'm now going to take. He didn't. Cal goes second, probably picks Monster Hunter. So that I at least knew that Monster Hunter was going to go for the first round because I'm like, no one's going to take a Capcom W. Like, no one's going to
I
leave
did
that
have
on the
Monster
floor.
Hunter on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Everyone learned their lesson after they left Resident Evil for me.
So I'm going to go with 2.
Well, that's just like the biggest game coming out with a date right now. So
Yeah.
I am going to go with 2. Now, this is interesting. Okay, I'm going to go for both of these. My first pick is draft game for next player. That's me!
oh, no games for Ethan.
I'm going to go with Metro Prime 4.
Yeah, that's fair.
Makes
And
sense.
that is the game that I thought Hunter was going to pick first because he's a Metroid stan. So I was like, oh, the little Metroid boy, he's going to pick Metroid. And unfortunately, he did not go for the shiny bait so I could have Elden Ring because that's how my plan was he'll go for shiny, stupid bait Metroid. Then Kyle will go for Monster Hunter, the other shiny bait, and then Ethan will take Elden Ring. But that didn't work out, so it's fine.
Monster Hunter, the shiny bait that's probably definitely gonna get at least an 88.
That's what I'm saying. It's all Metroid because the fuckers are idiots. Nintendo fans are stupid. Like, this game could be mid and it's going to get an 85. Give me Metroid Prime. And then next up, GTA. No, I'm kidding. Like that's like
Do
I'm
it.
not. We're
Do it,
not. No,
pussy.
no, we're not playing that game. Um, Here's the thing: is do I do it? Oof. Do I do that or do I don't
Do
that?
it.
Am I
Do
right?
it. Pick a vowed.
No, I'm not picking a vowed, bro. You
Do
fucking.
it. Pick a
Are
vowed.
you stupid? Like I'm
Are
just
you?
looking. Yes, that's why I'm picking a vowed, ladies and gentlemen. No. Uh, that or that. I'm really like. This is the problem when it's early days and there's good, like there's just good on up for grabs, right?
It's like choice paralysis. There's too much good.
No, okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. I was gonna go for a different pick, but I'm gonna go for this one. Doom: The Dark Ages. I'm taking all of Hunter's friends. Um,
Mm.
I'm not gonna tell you what the other one is, but one of you is definitely gonna pick it when it comes up in the next two because I've got to go through like what 5 games to get back. So yeah, like 4 games. Um, but yeah, I think Doom is Doom. Like, dude, what, are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
what
gonna
you?
do really well.
Yeah. Okay, Kyle, up for you.
Give me Ghost of Yote.
And that was the game that I was umming and ahhing on. I
Had
knew
a
it was.
feeling.
It was solely because I'm sitting there and I'm like, what decided it was I looked at Doom Eternal's review score and then I looked at
You
Ghost of
looked at Ghost
Tsushima
of
and I was
Tsushima's.
like, I think Ghost of Yote will score higher than Ghost of Tsushima because I think there's a lot of potential for them to learn from their mistakes from Ghost of Tsushima, but also it has had
Doom
like
is
6 million attempts at Doom and they've all been great for the most part. So I'm not worried about that one at all. So,
Yeah.
but I still think Ghost of Yote is a great pick. And now you have
Glad
to
you
play it because it's
agree.
on your fantasy draft. Hunter,
No.
Uh,
you've got 2 games.
all right. First one I'm gonna go with is been interested in this one since they showed it to us. Expedition 33.
Interesting.
That early.
That
Yeah.
early. Okay.
Wow.
You
Believes
sure
in
you
the
want? You sure
the
you want it?
French Xbox RPG.
Yep.
Yes.
Add it. Okay. Expedition 33. Added. Next.
Next, I'm going to go with Metal Gear Solid Delta.
See, I knew he was going to go for that at some point. I knew.
Mm-hmm.
You sure you want it?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the one that looked better. This is the one that's looked good basically since they've been showing it. It would be a divine twist of fate if this was the bad remake.
That's fair.
It would be hilarious too,
Now
but
that he's locked in, though,
it would be
Kyle,
good.
those were both games. I don't know about you that I was expecting to come up way later. But okay, that's fine. Kyle, go for it. What have you got next?
Give me Split Fiction.
God fucking damn it.
Yes.
That was literally my next
Those
pick.
are the magic words in this draft.
That was literally my next pick. That was literally my next pick.
Yes. Hold my nuts.
No, that is genuinely.
Yeah.
I
It's
have
Joseph Ferris. It's got a date.
I have a
like-
feeling that I genuinely have a feeling that it might be up for Game of the Year again. I keep watching that trailer and I'm like, it's so fucking good from a gameplay perspective. Where I'm like, it takes two of a better premise. So I'm like, yeah, I think that it will do quite
Yeah.
well. And now I have to sit here and go, fuck,
And
what am I
read.
gonna do? He's taken the one that I wanted. That one's gone. I have
Do
that
it, Ethan.
one.
GTA 6 and Silk Song.
No, fuck off.
Do it.
No.
It'd be funny.
No. The first one that I am gonna go for is just because it's the only other PlayStation game that's got the date, and I think it will come out this year, is Death Stranding 2.
Good pick.
I don't think. Here's the thing: is it's like if it was any other developer, I'm like, will it hit? But they announced it so early. I think that it's like they've got wiggle room in it, and you know what Kojima's like. Kojima very rarely actually misses dates.
Yeah.
So yeah, Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Stupid name.
Silly subtitle.
Yeah. Silly name. What is sitting at the top? Yeah, I'm going with this one. It's Give it up, guys, for Ethan's boring picks. But I'm gonna do what? This is the only one that I am gonna do. But I am gonna
Forza?
do it. No, I'm not going. There's no Forza coming out. Sid Meier's Civilization 7. It's a
Oh,
nerd-ass
yeah,
nerd
Really?
check it
game,
out.
and those games do so fucking well when they come out. Like, the review scores on those games are crazy. If this fucking bombs, then it's another flight sim situation
Flight
where I've
sim,
cooked
yeah.
myself in. But I'm willing to take the bait on this one. Yeah.
Boo-doo-doo-doo.
Kyle, your turn.
I I heard. Um, Go ahead, give me Xenoblade X Definitive Edition.
Will it count?
Does that
I don't
qualify?
know if it will. Let's find out.
I think it do.
It fucking counts.
Yeah, it do. It's got new story added to it.
Oh
That's
god,
dumb. That's fucking dumb.
You're dumb.
stupid. It's the Kirby situation all over again.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking.
Fu-
Say what you
Fuckers
want
need to
about
do
Paper
your
Mario
homework.
last year. At least they did remake it. Whereas this is like
Yeah,
genuinely
that
a
one had
port.
reflections.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
bullshit.
and a lower frame rate than the GameCube version. Hell yeah.
Frame rates don't matter.
I mean, Hunter, here's the thing: is let's just give it him and smile and wave because like, at the end of the day,
I wasn't gonna draft this anyway.
no, yeah, because we didn't think it would fucking qualify. So just let him have it. You know, like there you
Yeah.
go. Have the Xenoblade.
Ugh.
Hunter.
All right, my next pick. I'm gonna go with Wander Stop.
What the fuck is Wonders?
That's made up.
No, it's the game from Mr. Stanley Parable.
Oh, that
Oh,
thing.
shit.
Hell yeah. That one's got a
Yeah,
date.
it got dated for March. I realized that this past week.
Oh, fuck.
I was
That's
like,
crazy.
sick. This is probably gonna be the first new game I play next year.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Wonder Stop. Go for it. What's your
Yeah.
next one?
My next one will be, and hopefully it comes out this year, Earthblade.
It begins.
Yeah, here we go.
The risky picks begin, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody want to go against the Celeste Devs in a battle of wit? Fair enough. Kyle.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Hmm. Just looking at my list here.
Your ever expansive list of 29.
Less expansive and more dwindling at this point.
Well, that's what happens when people pick things. The number goes down.
Um. Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm just thinking, like, you know what? Yeah, send it. We'll go with Outer Worlds 2.
Interesting.
That'll probably be good.
Will it come out this year, though? That's the question. It's
Yeah.
just 2025. No, that's fair. Boop. Good pick. Good pick. That was on my list of stuff to maybe pick out near the end. So I can't complain about that one. Really? Now the interesting thing now is we're getting into the territory of what games actually come out, because there's a load of games that are
Yeah.
just 2025, and it's like, does it come out? Does it not? Do we want to take risk, or do we want to not take risk? I really do want to send it on that. I
Do it, dude.
really.
Assassin's Creed and Avowed. Do
No,
it.
Oh yeah. Let me send myself to 70 land real quick. Yeah. Where the
I hear
water's
it's beautiful
fine.
in February.
No, dude. This is literally like. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, fuck it, we ball.
I'm gonna do it, because what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is, here's the two situations. This comes out. One of you, like, here's the thing: is you guys can take this and counterpick it all you want, and either it doesn't come out and I get a 0, or it does come out and you get fucked. I'm taking GTA 6. I'm just fucking taking it. If it comes out, it comes out.
All right.
If it doesn't, we all get 0s, and that'll probably do better than me taking something like Borderlands 4. Like, yeah, fuck it, we ball. Give it. I don't care. Risk and reward. What's the worst that could happen? Oh no, I no longer have a slot for a game that I probably pick out of nowhere, and it gets a 72 anyway. Oh, woohoo! Fucking no. Um,
He's laughing. What's he plotting?
I don't know.
do I
Oh,
do it?
he's plotting nothing.
Silk
That's
song.
what.
By all means, full send on both of them. Who
You
are
know,
we to
fuck it, yeah,
stop you?
full send. These are that. This is it, dude. This is it. This is
Yeah, here
my.
we go.
Here's the
This is
thing.
his Roman
This
Empire.
is my Roman Empire. This is my Trojan horse. Come at me, counter. Oh fuck! I just fucked up the thing. Fine, don't worry about it. I fixed it. Fuck it. These
And
are
the
my
whole
Trojan
draft broke.
horses, dude. These are my Trojan horses. Feel free to counterpick. One of these will show up. This is my dream.
All right,
Fuck it. Yeah, go for it. Send it.
if you say so.
All the Night Silk Song.
What was I gonna pick? I had
That'll-
ideas in my brain.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
gonna-
Ever since you took Split Fiction, I'm now like my plans are in shambles. So I'm just like,
Happy to be of service.
yeah, I knew I should have taken a little bit.
If I don't win this year, at least I have that.
If that
At
game
least
gets
I
to
ruined
68
Ethan's
now, I'll be
day.
like, oh no. Fine, go for it.
I'm gonna go with Crimson Desert.
What the fuck is Crimson Desert?
The full armor, the man in the body armor
Oh,
doing
okay.
the full
Yeah.
sprint drop kick.
Oh yeah, okay.
They just had a trailer for this at the Game Awards, and it looked good. Still looks good.
Fair
And they
enough.
said late 2025, so
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
I mean, to be fair, Indiana Jones was also scheduled for late 2025, so it doesn't necessarily mean that they're sticking it there for a push. It could just be
Yeah.
they mean it. Hunter.
All right. Let me...
God, we still have
Look at
4
that
more
list
rounds
here.
of this shit, Ethan.
How many more games do
All
I have to
right.
pick? How many more do I need to
4.
pick? 4. Fucking hell! I don't even know 4 more games. Bro, I don't
Oh,
know.
you're a
I don't know.
video game fan?
Dude, I
Name
don't know-
every video
yeah,
game.
I don't know if you
Ethan
guys have
said you're gonna be
noticed. I
drafting
don't know if you don't.
unannounced Mario game.
I don't know if you haven't noticed this, big boys, but Ethan just did his final round picks in round 3 because he's already running out of things to do. GTA 6 and Hollow Knight is a last minute yeet, isn't it? And he's done it in the middle. God knows what's gonna happen next.
Dude, if that's what you're
I'm
planning,
excited.
I like how picking Split Fiction was all it took to blow over your house of cards.
He's my
Anyway,
dad.
my
I love
next-
Joseph Fares.
Anyway, my next pick
Hunter,
is gonna be...
just think. Ethan said he prepared this year.
It was
I
a
don't know
lie.
if he did.
This is him preparing.
My preparation was just in Joseph Fares I trust, and now it's gone to hell.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna pick Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
That's fair.
Yakuza usually gets at least an 80. with
Yeah,
these
it's a
spin-offs,
spin-off, which means
so-
it'll get an exact 80. But you know,
I didn't
Yeah,
realize that
which-
was up for grabs.
Why
Huh.
wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Why wouldn't Xenoblade X Definitive Edition be?
Pirate
Like
Yakuza is a new game.
Xenoblade X isn't. Go on, Kyle.
Well, there, we've
Hunter,
both
what's the other
been
one?
gotten.
And my next one,
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Really? Okay.
That's fair. I had that
Yeah.
on mine.
Actually, yeah, I always forget there's 2 weebs here.
Blasphemous devs set for the summer, so it'll be
That's fair.
good.
That's fair. Kyle, you're up.
Go ahead and take Pokemon Legends.
Fucking
ZA.
hell! Stop doing this!
Yes!
Quite literally my next pick. For fuck's sake, will you?
Oh,
Stop!
yes, Hunter. Yes. Yes.
Middle is literally just taking all
You know,
my
Ethan,
shit.
this wouldn't happen if you didn't put him in the middle.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is
it also wouldn't have
vengeance.
happened if Ethan didn't start going ooh shiny to Silk Song and GTA like a stupid twat. We both know they're not coming out. Anyway, good pick, Kyle.
Hey, thanks, best
I
buddy.
hope it's shit like all the other Pokemon games on Switch.
Oh, it's gotta be, but it's still gonna get like a 78
Oh, for fuck's sake.
at
Right.
worst.
Right. I'm gonna
Mm.
do I no, I have games that I'm looking at that I'm like I could put that in. What did that get? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with that. Your Honor, put me down for Rift of the Necrodancer.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Good pick, good pick. I took this last year and it didn't come out.
Well, it's got a date for February 5th, so if it doesn't
I
come out,
saw
I'm
that, yeah.
fucked. Um, we've decided to delay it 10 months.
The
um,
Suicide Squad strategy.
and the other game that I'm going to take is do I go with that one? I don't know if that one will actually get picked up in the next round, so it might be safe, whereas this one seems a bit more of a play. But will this come out? Will it? Will they?
Dude, worst case, you drop it.
So true. And I'm just,
Unless we counterpick it.
fuck it, it's supposed to be out this year. Dragon Quest 1 and 2. Dragon Quest 3 did well. If it
Good
comes
shout,
out,
good
it should
shout.
score the fucking same.
Good shout,
Yeah.
weeb.
Well, dude, I had to take something that was like at least something where I'm like, in a potential world, Kyle might draft that at some point this year. I like you've taken children from me, so I'm like, I need to at least take something that's potentially on like his list for June. you know,
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
what's
no, makes sense.
what's
So
next for
my
Kyle?
next pick, I'm gonna go ahead, put me down for Mina the Hollower.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
if it comes out,
Yeah,
but
I think that's
again,
from the Shovel Knight
it is
devs.
Yacht Club.
sure
Yacht
is.
Club.
Not a bad shout. Over to you, Hunter.
All right.
Your penultimate round, by the way. Can we just say, we can take a breather here. Everyone's just going, I want this, I want this. But you can let it breathe.
Hmm.
And I'm saying this to just distract Hunter from not picking any of the shinies that I still want. Just like
I'm
you
gonna
know.
go with South of Midnight.
That's fine.
Ooh,
You can have that one. You can have that one.
I think that'll do
interesting.
respectably.
Oh, I think it'll do well. It's whether it comes out.
Yeah.
In Microsoft we trust, apparently.
Pulling a lot of stuff from that Xbox showcase back in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I
Doom,
think
this, Clair Obscure.
my next one.
Avowed. Good pick, Hunter. You can have that one.
I'll go with Coffee Talk Tokyo.
They're making another one?
Sure are.
Holy smokes.
Yep,
Good for
Coffee
them.
Talk Tokyo.
Good for them.
Okay. Kyle.
I'm
An ultimate
going to
pick.
go. Yeah. Yeah, this is round 9. I'm gonna go with Shadow Labyrinth.
That's not bad. That was on my list.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
for
that
me it
is.
was either that or
Oh, the
the
Pac-Man
Ninja
thing.
Gaiden game.
Yeah.
The Pac-Man thing, yeah.
The
Fair.
Pac-Man Vania.
Pac-Man
Yeah.
Vania. Oh, this is my last 2 picks.
It sure is. Make him count. Make him count, shiny boy.
Hmm. Well, the first one that I'm going to go for is Professor Layton in the New World of Steam.
Not bad.
Because Layton games always hit. You know what I mean? Like, are you kidding me?
They do tickle the nerd juice, don't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, little nerds will love it. They'll eat that one up. It's all good. And then I'm not taking Avowed. Avowed has so many red flags to me for some reason. I don't know why, and I can't wait for that to be a thing where we all like stay away from it, like the plague, and then it gets an 88.
It'll be the Silent Hill too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at some of the top picks here that other nerds have picked so far, and it's like I'm not touching Borderlands 4 with a stick. You can't fucking make me.
On
Mafia
morality, I will
Mafia has
not
always
pick
been
it.
hit and miss with reviews, so it's like I don't really want to go for that. I don't think they've got Fable on here. I don't think Fable's coming out this year. I really don't. That game's been in dev forever, so I'm like, not
I mean,
until
to be fair, it's also being handled by the Forza
it
crew,
is,
aren't
but
they?
it being handled
They're
by the
spinning
don't
the
get
plates.
it will be great when it comes out because the team that's making it is very good.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will come out next year. And if it does, we can have that fight at E3 time where we can put bets on stuff. We can have that fight later. We don't need to have that fight now. I've got enough like will they won't they's on my team. I don't need more. I picked it last year. I think it will do well enough. I think that it's taken some time. I think Ubisoft literally have to land this plane or else Ubisoft doesn't exist. So, it's win-win, isn't it? Either it's a really good game or bye-bye Ubisoft. So let's go for it, Like, okay, cool. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows, fine.
Yeah.
I'll take the other Ghost of Tsushima game coming out this year. Maybe it'll be
That's like
better.
a why not pick, yeah.
Hey, everything I've seen from that game actually does look good. It's like I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
looking at that
no.
game and going, it looks bad. It's all the fake controversy surrounding it, I think, has been the
Oh,
issue with
yeah,
that game.
just manufactured
Yeah.
shit talking, yeah.
Anyway, Cal, last pick for you. We know you
I'm
love
going
Avowed.
I love it so much, dude.
Yeah.
It gave me 0 points on a counter pick last year.
It's your best friend.
So join the team, Avowed. No. I'm going to go. I'm between two right now. I have a coin.
Wow. Scientific.
Give me Double Dragon Revive.
Okay. Double Dragon Revive. I forgot that was also announced, wasn't it? Okay.
Yep.
Ad game.
Abe Lincoln, don't let me down.
And Hunter.
All right. My final game. I'm going to go with this game called Unbeatable.
Do you not get 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
No, this is.
I think I'm on 9.
No, yeah, you
right
are on
now.
9. Okay,
Yeah.
Unbeatable. Okay. There's no image. That's how niche Hunter is going here.
Sure am.
What is it? Do you want to explain to the class?
It's a like rhythm adventure game that's I've had my eye on for a couple of years now. It looks really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Add game to publisher. Right. Is it counterpick time?
It's counterpick time.
Or did we do counterpick first, or we do unannounced? Which did we do first?
Last year we did counterpicks and then the unannounced.
Do I get first counterpick? Oh my fucking god! Like, oh, this is gross, isn't it?
Counterpick GTA 6.
It's
I
on
hear
his
that's not
list.
coming out this year.
Yeah, counterpick myself, right?
Yeah, dude.
I wish you could do that.
I'm not gonna get.
Just make it infinite.
I'll counterpick Earthblade.
Here's the thing: it's again we're playing games of does the game come out?
Yeah.
And because it's January, I'm like, I don't even know. We don't know some information here on stuff where I'm like, I can't guarantee anything. I'm going to go with. In fact, can I find out who is? Sorry, I hate having to be really cryptic here with what am I talking. Who's making this?
He's gonna counterpick Shadow Labyrinth because he hates Pac-Man.
No, that's legitimately what I'm looking at. That's genuinely what I'm looking at. The only reason is because it's not that I don't dislike it, but it's it's a Metroidvania thing where I'm like, it could very easily just end up like a Tales of Kenzera, you know what I mean? Where it's like, it's a fine enough video game, but it's clunky and a bit like, you know, it is a release. That's just my gut. Because there's so many games here where I could counterpick where I'm like, I don't know if Mina the Hollower or Earthblade will come out, but then if they do come out, I'm gonna get bummed. So I'm like, better to go with
Yeah,
something where I can see in my head, I can see Shadow Labyrinth being a 77. That's in my head. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's where it's going. So
but
that's,
Ethan, think about it. Do you want to stop me or do you want to stop Hunter?
but there's nothing
Oh,
on
Kyle,
Hunter's thing where I'm
you'll
like,
get the opportunity to stop me yourself with
yeah, and
the
there's not,
offer
and
I'll make
there's
you.
nothing
Oh,
on here where I'm
Jesus.
like, I don't know what unbeatable is. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like Coffee Talk Tokyo could be like, again, it also could be a 77, but you know,
You could get like it could get a 75 like the first game, or it could get like an 82 like 2
the
did.
second game, yeah.
It depends on how the critics are feeling that day.
I mean, the thing is, it's like with Double Dragon, I could do Double Dragon, I could do Shadow Labyrinth, I could do. Who's making Double Dragon? Like that's the thing is, it's like I'm going with my gut. I'm going with my gut of Shadow Labyrinth. That's what I'm going with.
All
Is
right.
Shadow Labyrinth just because you know I get bad vibes from everything. I mean, I can set this counter pick and then start chatting shit now, where I'm like, I get bad vibes from Expedition 33, where I'm like, that
I
game looks
know.
fantastic,
I hear
but
that game is French.
I've heard it's French, and French is cringe.
Ben Starr, who is that?
You know, I get bad vibes from a lot of stuff, but not enough to commit to a AAA game. You know what I mean? I don't have enough to commit to a AAA game.
Hunter, do you have a proposal for me?
If you counterpick Earthblade, I'll counterpick Mina the Hollower.
So it balances out. Those will be the exact same. They will basically both. They'll both be bangers. That's the problem with those two. They'll both be bangers.
I know.
Surprised you didn't do something like if you pick Crimson Desert, I'll pick like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. You know, like
That'd be equally as valid, except I don't know. Crimson Desert has a higher chance of being pushed. Where I think that,
whereas Yakuza's definitely out in February.
yeah,
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Hunter, that sounds funny.
all right.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Ethan, put me down. Put me down for Earthblade. Both these games are coming out 2025 or later, estimated.
Supposedly. Okay.
I
Hunter,
who cares, dude?
before I
Who
click
gives a
confirm,
shit?
are you in on that?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
do it.
Kiowa Corp is Earthbathe, and Pretty Swell Publishing is going in on Mina the Hollower.
It's the first
Wonderful.
time someone's taken me up on one of these.
So I believe what I did here this last time was, did I force a game to? I can't remember how did I do it last year? I can't remember what I did. Add publisher game. I think this is what I did. So we'll try it. What order were we going in here? What did we do last year?
Well, Hunter made the last pick, so I think you should just go again.
Snake draft?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just continue where we left off.
Hunter,
Yeah.
what is your hope and dream for this year?
I will not stop just willing Capcom games back into existence. Sign me up for Ace Attorney 7.
Okay. Is it on there?
Give me Dino Crisis again.
Did you do a check? Unannounced new mainline Ace Attorney game for Hunter. Now this should go into the unannounced game slot. It did! Hooray! We did it. Kyle,
All right.
how do I do this?
And I
again?
will continue to will Final Fantasy games into existence.
Yep.
Unannounced Final Fantasy Tactics.
I can't believe you're going with different ones. Final Fantasy, is this on here?
Yeah. This was another thing that was in the NVIDIA leak from years ago.
Unannounced Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster unannounced.
Yeah.
Okay. Into Kyber Corp. You fucking idiots, dude. You fucking idiots. You fools! This is how this begins, dude. This is how the fall of Hunter begins, ladies and gentlemen. This is how it begins.
I
This
mean,
is
if
the
Mina
only
the
thing Ethan
follower,
prepared for.
if
It
Mina the
is.
follower comes out, I'm being stabbed in the liver already.
It
So
Yeah.
is. Anyway,
Mario
unannounced
Kart
mainline
9.
Mario 3D platformer, dude. There you go. It's gonna be like if the Switch 2 is out.
Again?
Yeah, yeah,
Boring.
yeah. I don't, Kyle. I don't
Boring.
care. I need.
Boo.
Yeah, your
Everyone
boy.
boo this
boo,
man. Throw the tomatoes in the comments.
boo.
Boo.
Oh, who fucking cares, dude? You're all fools. You could have done it. You could have done it.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to. This is taking the place of the meme pick now.
Yeah.
I had
Well,
to
I've
build
already
this into
memed
my.
enough, dude. I'm already taking an L with Silk Song and GTA at the end of the year. You've
Well,
both
Silk
not.
Song's gotta come out this year.
You've both not counterpicked it, and we all know that they're gonna sit there all year. They're gonna sit there all year and then get a 0 at the end when Ethan's run out of money. So you know,
Well, don't run out of money.
bet done.
Learn how to balance your checkbook this year.
I will not. I will never. I will thrive. Right.
Don't
Well,
spend $80 on a Life is Strange game.
unfortunately, I spent more than $80 on a Life is Strange game.
Really?
Well, yeah, considering I bought like the vinyl and stuff like that and all that jazz, I spent more on that
He
game.
meant in
Oh, I
the
meant imaginary
critic.
money.
Oh, imaginary
He
money.
meant,
Did I
he
spend
meant the
$80?
Monopoly money.
Did
I
I
don't
spend
know.
80 Monopoly money? I thought I only spent like 50 Monopoly money. I don't think I
I
went
don't know how much
crazy.
Monopoly money you've spent on this.
Not 80 Monopoly money.
I didn't check the receipts. I'm not a cashier.
Anyway, I swear this is the quickest we've ever done this, by the way.
This was really fast. Last year was an hour and a half.
Oh man.
We
well,
were
we can
we were not
drag it.
fooling around this year.
We can drag it out by talking really slowly through these. So, Hunter, do you want to start off with your full list?
Yeah. Hold on. I think I gotta give it a refresh. All right. I have got Monster Hunter Wilds, Expedition 33, Claire Obscure, Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater, Wanderstop, Earthblade, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii,
Don't stumble, do it again.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, South of Midnight, Coffee Talk Tokyo, and Unbeatable.
Not a bad lineup, dude. I'll say this though. Claire Obscure went a lot earlier than I thought it was going to.
Like I say, it's just I don't know what it is about that game because it's like the trailers are really slick, and I'm sure I'm like in my dreams I'm like that's gonna be a fantastic video game. But there's just something about a new dev just coming out of nowhere with the game like that where I'm like, it also could come out broken as fucking hell. You know what I mean? Like it could come out and it just doesn't work. So I'm hoping it's fantastic. And you know it'll get
And,
5 points for being Ben Starr's
Xbox
video game.
exclusive RPG.
I don't
Is it?
think
Is
it's
it Xbox?
exclusive.
I just thought they've got.
It just showed up at their thing.
I
it's
think
not
it's just
exclusive?
yeah. I think it's not exclusive. I think it's
Xbox
just-
doesn't even have exclusivity on their own games now.
Brother, you think I did
Claire
research
Obscure,
on this?
Expedition
I
33.
Doom
I
comes
saw
out
this
date and date, and they own it.
It is
I
coming
saw
out.
this title
It is
and
coming
said,
out
"Oh,
on
yeah, this
PlayStation
exists."
5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. All on day one. But now, I think what's always interesting to me, Kyle, with Hunter's pick, is he always manages to, you know. Sometimes I feel like I'm sitting here playing chess and Hunter's playing checkers, but he's just picking what he wants. You know what I mean? Like he knows
Hunter's
that
playing
no
Go
one,
Fish, dude.
no one's
Ethan's
gonna
playing chess, and I'm eating the pieces.
Yeah, exactly. You don't care. You sit there and you're like, yeah, I know that half of these no one was gonna pick anyway. I'm just gonna do it anyway. You know, I'm gonna put one to
It's
stop
the-
as my
it's the-
fourth pick. Yeah, why not?
It's the psychological domination.
Yeah.
Even when I don't win, it's a good laugh.
And yeah, for Hunter's Unannounced, he's predicting that there'll be a new Ace Attorney game this year, which I actually think has got quite a high likelihood. Actually,
I think if it doesn't come out this year, there'll
It'll be
be one
announced.
announced this year.
And
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, if you
Hmm.
didn't know, we basically made a homie rule where if any of these games are announced within the year but do not come out, you basically get first dibs on that. So if
Yeah, so,
there is an
like-
Ace Attorney game that's announced this year but it's scheduled to come out in 2026, then next year,
Hmm.
Hunter, we're not allowed to
Free-
pick that
a
game
free
up.
pick for Hunter.
Hunter just
yeah.
gets that game.
And if you've been watching since last year, for example, Final Fantasy IX Remake gets announced for this year. It's on the table for anybody.
Yes,
Yeah,
because Kyle hasn't doubled down, but if he really wanted it, he could
Yeah.
have. If he did it
I can
again,
spend
yeah,
90 Monopoly money for it.
hell yeah. Anyway, again, his counter pick, Mina the Hollower. Uh, we have
Yep.
already got a death counter pick, so that we've already got a suicide pact, which is great. Great for
I'm
me.
glad to finally get one of these.
Me too, dude.
Hell yeah.
I ain't no
Uh,
coward. What's the worst that happens? I lose again? Oh
yeah.
no!
I guess the worst thing that happens is Ethan wins again.
Yeah, this hurts you more than it hurts me.
I know.
Can I just say it'd be
It's
really
okay.
funny if we get to the end of this and all of these games come out. GTA, Ghost, fucking Hollow Knight, and those two all come out. And we're just like, wow, that was chaos. Like that was crazy.
Yeah.
Like I say,
We
if they
should
both
do
come out, they'll
that could be a fun video.
well,
Just like splice the draft and then the the reaction or like the end of the draft with each other.
yeah,
That could be a fun thing, like juxtaposition.
yeah. Anyway, Cal,
Anyway, over in Kaiba Corp land, we've got Elden Ring, Night Rain, Ghost of Yote, Split Fiction,
bastard,
Xenoblade X Definitive Edition, The Outer Worlds 2, Crimson Desert, Pokemon Legends ZA,
bastard. Sorry.
Mina the Hollower, Shadow Labyrinth, and Double Dragon Revive. My unannounced game is Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster, and my counterpick is Earthblade. Dying with Hunter,
Potentially. Or you just sit in
hopefully.
Zero Land, you know? Like that's the thing.
Or
Isn't
we
it?
Yeah,
sit
yeah.
in Zero Land.
It's either we stab each other both in the liver or we shake hands and walk away.
Yeah, that's
or,
I'm gonna
or
feel bad.
one of us gets stabbed.
Yeah, I guess that's possible. Like if Earthblade comes out and Mina the Hollower doesn't, or vice versa, I'll feel a
Just
little
like
bad.
one of us found
No,
dead on the
right,
streets of
right.
Well, I'd feel
Stabsville.
bad if mine came out and yours didn't. I'd be like,
well, here's the
oh.
thing: is
Yeah,
I
I'd feel
currently
bad
think,
too.
as the third party here, I think there's a higher chance personally of Mina the Hollower coming out than there is of Earthblade at the moment. That's how I feel because Mina the Hollower was originally dated for 23 and 24, so I feel like they at least have a plan for that. Whereas Earthblade is just, yeah, it should be out in 2025.
But really,
So,
when was the last time we saw either of these games?
years.
Um,
I think Mina the Hollower got shown off at
it's
some
been
point
a
this year, but
solid
it was
2 years.
yeah. I think Mina the Hollower was shown off this year at some point, but it was just more like, hey, here's an update 'cause it's a Kickstarter game.
Yeah,
So it's like, hey, here's an
because
update.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure Hunter drafted Mina the Hollower one of these years.
sure did.
Yeah.
It was this past year. I was gonna draft it again, but this is just as fun.
But no, I think it's,
All
and
right.
you know, again, Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster has been on that Nvidia leak for forever. It's only a matter of time that actually does
I
release
sure
And,
hope so.
and that's one that can go from being announced to being shotgunned
in like 2
into
months,
existence in like, yeah,
Yeah, for
60
all we know, this
seconds.
game's done on a shelf, so
potentially. Right.
I
And
sure would like
okay,
it.
I guess me rounding it out over at Ethersoft, we have, God, what a fucking list if these games come out. Am I right, guys? It's a shame half of them won't. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Doom the Dark Ages, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach. Fucking name. Sid Meier's Civilization 7, Grand Theft Auto 6, Hollow Knight Silksong. Look at that block of zeros right there. That's crazy. Rift of the Necro Dancer, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake, Professor Layton and the New World of Steam, and Ass Creed's Shadows. My unannounced game is an unannounced mainline 3D platform, Mario platformer, which I did last year. And my counterpick is Shadow Labyrinth. Which, watch that be like the greatest fucking Metroidvania of all time or something just crazy. Like, that'd be
You know,
funny.
honestly,
Pac-Man sweet.
honestly, for the sake of the Suicide Pact, I hope that it does review really well.
Yeah, who knows?
It looks good. I think it.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I
Like
think it
on the
looks
whole,
fine. I think it looks
I think
fine.
your draft on the whole looks really good. Like it's potentially the scariest if
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. If
this was the
stuff
same
does
as
come
last
out.
year, though. It was potentially scary last year, and then half of it was like, blah, 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 disappeared, and it went away.
Yeah, it's like Doom and Metroid were both on my list.
Mhm.
Well, I think out of these games, I know for a fact that Doom, Metroid, Civilization, Rift the Necro Dancer, and Assassin's Creed Shadows are at least all got a date. So I'm like, I'm fine with that, where it's like, they will all come out. Metroid Prime will be out this year. There is no chance of it not being out this year. Because they're not Xbox. They're not going to take they're not going to Halo it and go, oh, we'll just release a console with 0 games. It's fine. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
And now that they've finally shown gameplay for it, like
Yeah, it's only a matter
it's
of
got to be
time.
this year, sometime
Um,
this year.
Yeah.
Death Stranding
I
and
think
Dragon, yeah.
I think we'll definitely see Prime 4 again at the Switch 2
Showcase,
reveal.
yeah,
Yeah,
100%. Maybe we'll see it this
that
month. Who knows?
and a Mario game,
Here's the
Mario
thing: is
Tennis.
can't you wait for it to be
Oh
Mario
yes.
Kart? Can't you wait for me to have fucked it up and it's the other one? Like that's what's gonna happen. Is it'll be the other one, won't it? I was like,
And then we had,
It always is.
and then you have to outbid him for it, Kyle.
no, because he'll be using all his Monopoly money on the Final Fantasy IX remake. Fine, don't worry about it.
Announced it at the Switch event also.
Yeah. But no, like I say, mainly it's like Death Stranding and Dragon Quest and Professor Layton, I think will all come out this year. It's just fingers crossed that there isn't a delay, especially on Death Stranding side. But I trust in Kojima, we trust. And then Grand Theft Auto 6 and the Hollow Knight. Here's the thing: I'm more confident the Hollow Knight Silk Song comes out this year than I am for GTA 6 at this point. But you know,
I feel like this is the year Hollow Knight Silk Song comes out.
I feel like we said this last year, though. I feel like we said this last year.
Hollow
But
Knight
still-
comes out this year. Hades 2 comes out this year. Indies are gonna pop off in 2025.
It'll be an interesting year. Like I say, I think what's interesting is, and you've got to take this into consideration when we're talking about the fantasy draft, is Nintendo is releasing a new console this year, and we don't know
Yeah.
any games. So it's like, yes, it's very easy for me to go, chances are there'll be a 3D Mario launching with the Switch within the first year, because there always is 90% of the time. Mario 64, Sunshine, Odyssey, there's a trend there. So it's like, there's
Yeah.
enough of a trend for me to be confident on that. But Nintendo doesn't just release one game in a launch year. We could
Yeah.
genuinely probably fill the half of the rest of the list with whatever the first year's Switch 2 lineup is for most of us.
Mhm.
There'll be plenty of games coming out.
That's going to be exciting whenever
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
happens.
This is just what's announced as of right now. I think there'll be a lot of games in 2020. Who knows? Maybe we'll be desperate. Maybe we'll go, you know what? I'm looking at Mafia and Borderlands 4, alright game as well.
Not a
Follow-
shot.
Yeah. You can take Borderlands, Ethan.
I'm good.
Yeah,
We'll
you
give you
can-
that one for free.
Borderlands
You
3
can
got
have
like an
it.
81, dude. And I'm like, even that seems like a goodwill gesture, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you know, we'll see.
What did
Tiny
Tiny
Tina
Tina
end up
game
getting?
get?
Yeah.
Oh god. Hello, brain cell. Shit. You had brain cell over there, dude. Tiny Tina. Tiny
Ugh.
Tina's. Wonder What.
78.
Oof.
78 on Open Critic.
That's about what I thought it would be. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure it'll be positive score. 'Cause
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be Borderlands.
it'll
but
be it'll be a positive score. I don't know if it'll be that high though.
it's not an initial draft game, you know?
Yeah.
I'm taking enough risks. I don't think I need to add that to it. But anyway, this is our list, ladies and gentlemen, for the first. Basically, that's our first list. This list is now locked. We are obviously pre-recording this, but we have all basically sworn to keeping this locked until this video goes live. So this is it. And if you want to go to the Fantasy Draft website and keep up to date, you can go to our website, hotgamesonly.com, click Fantasy Draft, and it will send you right here to this link. So you can check it out for yourself. Keep updated. If you have an open Fantasy Draft account, you can follow it if you want, so you can just get to it easily. You can do whatever you want, you know? It's all fun. Let us know, who do you think is currently in the better place? Currently, Open Critic using projected bullshit points is putting me in the lead so far, but you know,
Oh,
projected
hell yeah.
bullshit
Good job,
points
Ethan.
are nothing.
183!
Hell yeah, boys,
Well,
we're climbing. We're climbing.
That's your
To the
score from
moon.
last year.
To the moon!
Yes.
I've done it! I've beaten last year already! But hey, it's also got Xenoblade Chronicles X at a 5-point average. That's really funny. Also, has Mina the Hollow as a 3-point average. That's
I don't know how they calculate this shit.
Fantasy Critic projections are stupid.
Magic.
It really is.
I think it's
But
something to
it's
do with
funny.
likelihood of release, I think. It's something to do with that. Anyway, we'll wrap it up there, ladies and gentlemen. That's been our fantasy draft for this year. Let us know, who do you think has got the best lineup? And who has got the worst? And will
And
anybody
who
be
fucked
taking
up?
Hunter's crown this year? Let's find out, gamers. It's going to be a long year. But hey, that's that, I guess. But yeah, that's all for this week. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll be back same time, same place next week for more. But until then, have an awesome week. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.
Toodaloo.